sometimes it's even harder to trade when the US goes bullish because of the scattered tip. Okay, so what I expect right here for Dow Jones is actually it will retrace, but it proves me wrong, and then immediately breaks above this resistance that I mentioned last week. So which is a bullish sign. It breaks all the way up above the downtrend resistance, trendline resistance, as well as the big resistance right here, which I expect it will hit and then retrace back down, but it did not. So right here, although it get down on the opening, but it's still quite strong, although it's in red right now. So I expect better day for Malaysia, for Bursa. But in the meantime, I'm also not that optimistic. Why? Because it's that every time when the US side pumps up or the US side flies very very high, very pumps up a lot, what usually happens to the Malaysian market is that they all get up. After they get up, meaning that we have less upsides to take already. That's why after they get up, usually they go sideways or they sell down. So this is the thing that we're encountering at currently because of the bear market. So meaning that last Friday, many people who entered at last Friday and they experienced a gap up today, they have profits in hand already. That's why when they gap up, lesser people will chase in this bear market, and then they will quickly sell off and take their profits because they have already earned because of the gap up. So in this bear market, what we can't do is actually we can't expect everything to be that bullish when you, even though if US push up, we still need to be defensive in this market. So I'll still be looking out for opportunities, but in the meantime, I'll also like to keep myself from getting stuck. So for US side, only the Dow Jones seems strong. The Dow Jones and US 500, meaning that the S&P and the Dow Jones, the US tech actually looks quite weak, still quite weak. What I'm seeing here is potential reversal and shoulder right here, but he need to break out this resistance first. EMA 60, the here resistance, the horizontal resistance, and also the trendline resistance. Here is actually a quite tough combo right here, right this area. He's actually quite strong, which many of the resistance coincides with. So let's see today how they will react to it. So if he can break out right here, what we're looking at is 12K already. 12K, next resistance, and then possibly around here. Go up here or continue goes down, and then goes up, and then goes down again. It might be like this because I'm not that optimistic that it will go uptrend because all of the bearish sentiment is still there. The inflation, all those haven't tackled yet those problems. So yeah, that's almost all about US side. So I wanted to have an expectation of a bullish market, but in the meantime, I'm also scared. That's why I'm half right now because usually after US market bulls, Malaysian market always gap up and then sells down or goes sideways. Okay, so let's run through some of my watch list first. So actually my watch list is quite the same. One of it is the CUSCAPI, which I'm still looking at it. I'm still holding at it. We entered around 235 right here, and the risk to reward is again, I repeat, 2 bits of risk where we will cut loss if it drops to 225, meaning that this 2 bits of risk and then potential for 5 to 7 bits of reward. So it's going up now, but I hope that it can reach my TP price around 265 to 27. But I'll still follow through my plan around. If it can break out at 35 cents, I might TP a portion first, maybe 25 to 30%. So okay, let me go through a quick resistance right now. So the resistance right now is currently 2.5 and then might be 2.65 to 2.7. And then the support currently is at 0.235. Then the next support is 2.25. So the plan still hasn't changed yet. But if it takes longer than I take, I might just get out around here because I'm a contract. I mean, I have a time limit. I mean, I'm a contract account. That's why I can't hold that long. GOB. Okay. So right here. So like I said last week, what it's doing, it's building a base right now. It's going sideways right now. So what we're waiting for it to pump up. So let me go through the resistance and support every day. So the resistance is at 0.31 actually. And then the next is 0.325. This is the main resistance that we are going to look out at. So for the support, actually, he's holding very, very well above 30 cents, you know. Every time you can see that every time he wanted to push it down, it goes back up. So the support is actually at 0.295 to 0.3, at 0.28. So you can see this. Okay, you can see this 3 to this 4 here, here, and here. These few days candlesticks, what he does always, after he sells down to below 30 cents, what he did is he actually always eats back up, always push back up, which makes here 30 cents, which makes me think that he wants above 30 cents. That's why I'm still looking at it. It's still, someone is holding right there, but I'm not sure if he's going to hold long enough for another push. But right now, the volume is definitely still coming in, and there's still buying momentum there, and then someone is still supporting it. So that's the reason why I'm going to look at it. So currently it's building a base, and what my game plan is, if he drops as supported again, if it drops down again around to this area of support, which I mentioned, to 295 or 30 cents or 38 cents, around this area, if it ever slams back down to these two area, and then somebody tries to support it up again, so my game plan is I will follow it to buy at support. Let me go to the next one, which is TANCO. So for this TANCO, let me go through the resistance and support first. So like I said last week, the resistance for this TANCO, which I expect, which is 35 cents, which is definitely a fake one, because what it did is he actually, let me repeat again, last week, he stacked a lot at 35 cents and nobody wanted to eat at 35 cents. So what he did is he withdrew all of the seller queue at 35 cents, meaning that originally he wanted to block 35 cents, but eventually he withdrew all of the sellers and then pushed it up 35 cents. And what he did is he refilled the sellers at 0.355 instead of 35 cents. He moves the resistance up a bit, which is the real resistance that we are looking at, which the syndicates are blocking at currently. So 0.355 to 0.36. This is currently the resistance he's blocking right at, which is a strong one, because nobody wanted to eat it. But nobody wanted to buy it because the syndicate doesn't want. I'm not sure what he's doing right now, but I'm a bit confused in his action. So I don't think he wanted to just distribute right here, because it's not, the action is really, really weird. So right now, the resistance is at 35.5 cents to 36 cents. So this is the resistance that we will need to look at. So the next one would be 38 cents and ultimately 40 cents. So actually, if he wanted to push above the first resistance here, this is a strong one. Where the syndicate is really blocking at instead of 35 cents. So this is a strong one. If we can break out this one, we can eventually see 40 cents in no time. So the support will be at 0.345, and then lastly is 0.335. So this one, I actually reduced my risk because I'm not sure, I can't read his action because of last Friday. He just keep on churning at 35 cents. He did a lot of volume right here. He did a lot towards the ending session right here, this candlestick. Usually when he did this kind of candlestick, he will, maybe, for example, like this one, he will already push this one. So I'm not sure what he's trying to do with this. I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve with this. That's why when I saw that kind of movement, what I decided to do is I decided to reduce my risk first. So originally I have 100% of my positions. I reduced to 50%. So I hope you guys also reduce some of your positions, because when I encounter this kind of movement that I don't understand, I would like to reduce my risk and then follow through my plan. So my plan is to cut loss if he drops below 0.335, or I might even break even more. So the next one is actually the gloves. The gloves actually is not over yet. I don't think it's over yet, but it faces a strong resistance for term glove. Like I mentioned here, this area, the box area where I stated, it will face a strong resistance right here. That's why all the way through around 79 cents to maybe 81 cents or 83 cents, it will face a lot of sellers right there. So for gloves, maybe we need to be defensive a bit already, unless I can feel that the syndicate wanted to force it out. But in the meantime, there's legit sellers coming out. There's a lot of legit sellers coming out. Yeah, so we need to be careful for gloves like Care Plus. Yeah. It's still not over yet, but we need to be careful to not chase and get stuck. So if we really wanted to play gloves, so we can set a tighter stop loss and follow the momentum through. So again, we are going to monitor the leader, top glove, Arta, and Supermax for the sentiment as well as the momentum. So you guys can go for Care Plus, because Care Plus, actually Care Plus is quite stronger than other secondary ones, for example, Advanta or Comfort or HLT. So Care Plus would be stronger. So the next one is in my watch list is Salute. Okay, so like I updated in the watch list. So actually Salute, he's passing. Let me just write down the resistance. And okay, so 0.295 is actually the resistance for Salute. 30 cents is this 0.3. Actually, he does not he has not did any volume yet. So which price he's really blocking at is actually 295. He's legit blocking at 295. He keeps on refilling at 295, refilling. I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe it's passing hand, like I mentioned. So we need to be careful of this. We need to wait it break out of 295 first. And 295 and 30 cents first before we can look at it. I'm sure that he's trying to do something, but I'm not sure if he can push it up. Yeah, because the volume he's trying to do, he keeps on selling, and somebody keeps on refilling the buyers, and for him to sell down at 285, 29, and 295. So these three prices, he's passing hand at these three prices at low currently. So what I interpret is he's trying to pass hands, he's trying to do something, but when is he going to push up? That's a question. That's why we need to monitor it first. So this is the legit, the real resistance that he's blocking at 0.295, and then the next one is 0.31, and finally is 0.33. The support is 0.285. Why 285? Why 28.5 cents? It's because he's trying to block at the right there. Yeah, he's trying to pass hands at right there. So this is the first support we are looking at, and then the next is 0.27. So if it goes below than 2.7s, we might see 0.255 already. Yeah, this is for Salute. So the next one is actually Logistic. Okay, actually Harbor have some volume came in. Actually monitored Swift and FM only, but Harbor suddenly has volume came in. That's why I put Harbor in my watch list also. So for Harbor, what we're looking at is 1.1 because of the thin nature of Harbor. Okay, let me go through the market depths. Okay, you can see right here, it's market depths. It's really thin. That's why I'm still not that comfortable going in first, because you can see that 70, 80 and below, you guys can't see it. It's really low. And then here he doesn't have any buyer at 1.10 and also 1.11. That's why I'm going to let the buyer came out a little bit first. If we missed it, then we missed it. Because if we get in rashly, if we get in at any price, what we'll do is, what we will encounter is we will face you'll face a problem where there is no buyer for us to sell down, meaning that there will be no buyer for us to SL, to stop loss. That's why we need to be extra careful on this thing. Yeah, but I still look at it first. So the resistance for the harbor, okay, down, in case you guys did not go through my watch list. So the first resistance is at 1.13, and then 1.15, and then the last we're looking at is 1.2, and the support is at 1.1, and then 1.08. So actually 1.1, there's no buyer, but it's the physical psychological support which we're looking at. So the another is 1.08. So there's no need to rush in to harbor because there's too less of a buyer. So for this kind of stock, it's like a CFM. The risk is a bit higher than the reward. Although it, in my mind, in my opinion, it can go up. It can goes up to around 1.2, around this area, the gap up area. But yeah, I wanted to be a bit defensive right now in this bear market because everything is forcing through. Here tries a bit, there tries a bit. So this team is scattered. Like I said, if the team is scattered, what we experience is we'll experience a low attention in the certain stocks and some diversified volume in the market in the certain stocks. That's why sometimes it's even harder to trade when the US goes bullish because of the scattered team. Everything wanted to try, but the volume is so scattered, no focused team. So the volume goes here a bit, goes there a bit. That's why every stock can't push up a lot. And that's when it's really easy to get stuck.
Hi guys, it's Zach here. If you like my videos and want more contents like this, click like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and trade well.